Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony. Welcome to another edition of BNA Sports Talk. So this is going to be a video separated into two different segments. Right now I want to talk about the top 10 players in the NFL in my opinion. Now a lot of people are saying this list is controversial, and obviously there's some dumb decisions. How does Carson Wentz why is he not above Josh Allen? Just a bunch of things, and it's all really a subjective list based on, the players that you used to get surrounded with and a whole bunch of different factors. Like if a player gets injured, he's top 20, but he didn't really play top 20 and that sort of thing. But I'm going to get into my top 10 list. Number one has to be Aaron Donald. Now, Aaron Donald, he's just a beast of a man. You watch him play, and he makes everyone around him better. You take a look at the Rams. They didn't really have that much on that defensive line. They did have a Dante Fowler Jr., but you have some up-and-coming guys as well. I don't think that there's much talent on the defensive line. Aaron Donald is basically the only pass rusher on that team, and he's got double team, triple team. We all know he's great. Number two, call me biased, but I think it has to be Saquon Barkley. I mean, he was the number 2 pick in the draft. He's number 2 on my list. He doesn't have great field vision, but he bounces outside. He's something like you've never seen before. And I think it's really important to include a guy on this list up there that's going to revolutionize the game, the way the game is played. You could say Ezekiel Elliott is better or CMC is better, but I really don't think so. I think Saquon is the second best player in the league. There's a reason why he was taken second overall, and there's a reason why a lot of Giants fans say to this day they would want Saquon over Sam Darnold. So he's that talented in that way. Number 3, it has to be Quinton Nelson. Now, a lot of Giants fans say, Quinton Nelson would be the guy right there, but this Colts offensive line is just legit. It completely transformed it. Just a little bit too late for an Andrew Luck. And yeah, it's kind of sad to see, but Quinton Nelson's physical. He picks up the quarterback after every single play. He's reliable. He's, not injured. Notre Dame guy, really good. And number 4 has to be his teammate, Braden Smith. Now, a lot of people thought he'd play guard. He's really settling into that right tackle role for this team, and this Colts offensive line, again, is beastly. It's going to revive Philip Rivers' career. Couldn't do that for Andrew Luck. I really do think that he's the 4th best player in the league, and he's only getting better. Number 5, Anthony Costanzo. People thought he would retire, but he signed with the Colts. He's their left tackle, and honestly, this dude is just a model of consistency throughout his entire career. People thought he was going to retire a little early, but overall, he's great. Number 6 has to be Ryan Kelly, who is the center for the Indianapolis Colts. Now, he's not the strong point in this offensive line, but he's the signal caller. Him and I think Philip Rivers are going to have a great working relationship together. It's going to work really well. He's smart in that way. Good run blocker, solid pass blocker as well. Knows how to take those angles and knows how to keep his base solid with that ham punch. He has multiple different moves, a lot of different moves, and so I think he's number 6. I'm not including the right guard. He's their weak point in their offensive line, but it could get better. It's not amazing, but it's not awful as well. Number 7 is Josh Allen, the quarterback. Josh Allen is he's on the up and up, and a lot of people are saying that Josh Allen is better than a Carson Wentz. I agree with that. He's great on third downs. Needs to work a little bit with downfield accuracy. But, this year we're going to see he's going to beat the Patriots twice. That's my bold take, and he's going to lead the Buffalo Bills to the Super Bowl. That's my pick there. Number 8, Josh Allen, defensive end. The Giants almost had him, but, we picked a decent guy in Daniel Jones, you could say. Decent quarterback. We'll see how he ends up developing. And then, number 9 is Brett Kern, the punter out of Tennessee. And number 10, I was a little bit too lazy for that one. Brett Kern is legit. You ever see him punt? He's one of the best punters in NFL history, at least with last year, one of the best seasons. But in all honesty, I'm going to include my top 10 ranking right now on the screen. This is my real one. Julio Jones, I think he's the best receiver in the league. I still think that Saquon Barkley is the best running back in the league. And I think Lamar Jackson still needs a little more work. And then Patrick Mahomes at number 3. The thing is, he can improve. He needs to improve better mentally. There are obviously some yips that he has, had better effort, improve. He has things in his game he needs to improve, and obviously he's not the fastest in the world. So, and he has one of the best coaches. If you put Russell Wilson on the Chiefs, they won 5 Super Bowls in a row. Even though Patrick Mahomes is only playing in the league for 2 years, I think you guys get the point. So this is my list. But I also want to mention some Giants that could be in the potential for the top 100 next year. Obviously, it's a subjective list, so I also have to include this in that. Like, Yeah, who's going to be a popular? It's almost like a popularity contest because NFL players do vote on it. Saquon Barkley is obvious for this list. If Jabril Peppers has a lot of interceptions, he will be on this list, but I don't think so. James Bradbury, I don't think is going to be that sexy enough to be included on a list like this. He doesn't really have that like year after year of like elite play. He hasn't made a Pro Bowl yet. If he makes a Pro Bowl for 1 year, I don't think he cracks the top 100. Evan Ingram, players love him. If he can stay healthy this year, and you take a look at him, comparing him to Zach Ertz, I think he can squeeze the top 100. I think Saquon Barkley and Evan Ingram are going to be the two representatives. Leonard Williams has a little bit of a shady history, I guess, in the NFL. He's not really like a likable player, but it's not all about that. But I think if Leonard Williams can produce a lot of sacks this year, he can get up into like the 14-15 range if we do end up playing 16 games. I really do think that Leonard Williams could be a top 100 pick. So those are my 3 picks. I think that Leonard Williams had a lot of QB sacks last year, and that QB pressures last year, and that's going to translate a lot to pressures this year. And a final topic that I want to discuss in this video is potential Giants that could drop out. Now, I included it towards the end because I'm not too sure how confident I am with this, but Golden Tate, we saw him and his wife. He took some drugs last year. Is there some sort of a situation there? You have Nate Solder, who's one of the oldest on the roster, if not the oldest on the roster. Colt McCoy, he has a family too, I believe. So would he drop out? How would our quarterback situation work like then? So there are some guys like that may be a little bit, wary like that. But we have a very young roster. In fact, it's the 5th or 6th youngest roster in the entire league. So we have guys that need to prove themselves. So everyone on this roster needs to prove themselves. There are no guys like Nate Solder or else on this roster that are left like, oh yeah, I've pretty much proven everything in my career. Jabril Peppers, he wants to prove something. Evan Ingram, you take a look at this entire roster. I don't think there are going to be many people dropping out. And that's what I love about this roster. That's what I'll keep preaching. It's going to look a little sloppy in the beginning, but I do think that we'll rally in the end. And as far as, contracts, we're going to discuss in a later video what I think we should do. But basically my opinion about Nate Solder, the contract is gone to next year. And just a preview, we only have $7 million in cap space next year. And that's going to be a little bit of a problem. But I'll discuss that a little bit tomorrow. But hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.